Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Tales of Xillia. Ich habe bedauerlicherweise das letzte Mal wohl irgendwie nicht gespeichert. Ich musste wieder hierhin nachspielen, aber ist ja kein Thema. So, wir hätten dann Alvins Wunde.
How bad is your wound?
Well, I failed the job I was sent to do, and now you guys are here. The wound to my pride might be mortal.
And now you've betrayed Exodus too.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. For all you know, I might have even staged all that.
You're just the traitor type, aren't you?
Yep, that's just who I am.
Well, regardless, thanks for risking your life for us.
My, you really are the honor student type.
Yeah, that's just who I am.
Der Söldner-Kundenkodex.
I don't understand. What did Exodus take from Tipo?
Alvin?
Answering that would violate the mercenary client privilege, but whatever. I imagine they swiped his data memory. Basically, boosters need a compatible partner. And they said they'd never seen a more compatible match than Elise and Tipo. So I bet the data Tipo recorded is going to be a big deal in the world of booster development.
But what does Exodus want with boosters when they already have Spyrix?
Sorry, I don't know the answer to that. But we do know one thing.
Indeed. It certainly can't be anything good.
Okay. Folge Elise und Leia. Gut. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Wenn ich jetzt natürlich wüsste, wo die beiden hingelaufen sind, wäre das einfacher. Ah, da stehen sie ja schon.
How is she doing?
She's fine. Well, as fine as can be expected, given what she's learned. Anyway, this place is dangerous. Let's get back to the city.
Mir tut Elise so leid. Das ist echt hart. Das ist wirklich, wirklich ziemlich hart für sie. Lies. Ich meine, das hätte ich im letzten Part auch schon gemacht. Dass hier alles verbessert. Na gut, wie dem auch sei. Froh, dass ich überhaupt die Zeit gefunden habe, aufzunehmen. Freitag ist Abgabe von meinem Businessplan, aber ich habe den auch jetzt. Also ich habe ihn schon fertig. Ein Freund von mir hat den kontrolliert, der sowas kann. Also so Businessplanmäßig. Und dann muss es nur noch mal jemand so nach Grammatik und Rechtschreibfehlern durchsuchen. Aber ich denke, ich habe den größten Teil ausgemerzt. Was mein Problem ist einfach nur, dass ich schreibe unheimlich lange Sätze, also wirklich unheimlich lange Sätze. Das fällt mir auch immer weniger auf, wie lang die eigentlich am Schluss sind. Also es sind dann schon so Sätze, die gehen über 2 Zeilen und die dann mit viel Komma und viel und viel daher, weil und deshalb verbunden sind. Ich muss mir das abgewöhnen. So, mit Alvin dasselbe. Aber ich muss sagen, ich mag Alvin nicht so. Also, er ist unsympathisch, ist er nicht, aber ich finde, er kann sich einfach nicht richtig entscheiden. Und das mag ich an ihm so nicht. Und auch seine Rolle, die er hier spielt und dieses Hin und Her, das ist so ein bisschen nicht so mein Ding. Okay, damit hätten wir das auch fertig. Dann muss ich jetzt nur noch das alles ausrüsten. So, Elise. Bei dir auch. So, da habe ich die ganzen... Nee. Elise? Da. Wasserschutz noch dazu. Typo, okay. Passt schon so. Elise Stalker.
So what's the deal with that giant guy in Elise? Is that her stalker or something?
What's a stalker?
It's like when someone's super obsessed with everything you do and follows you around.
I see. So you would be Jude's stalker, for example.
What? Milla, how could you?
Doesn't it seem like that man knows the truth about Elise's past?
Zhao seemed very concerned about Elise's well-being. But I don't know why.
Zhao, you say? I've heard that name before.
He might be a warrior of some renown.
Interesting.
Ja, das ist eine ganz komische Kiste zwischen den allen. Das kommt aber später noch. Aber jetzt nutze ich mal die Chance und werde hier abspeichern, nachdem ich ja das letzte Mal clevererweise nicht getan habe. Stimme Nudel. Hab mich schon gewundert, warum ich nicht nach Chiandu zurückgehen kann, ohne, also, dass nichts passiert, als ich da reingelatscht bin. Bis ich dann wieder zurückgelaufen bin und dann da die Sequenz losging. Ich mir dachte, was? Wie ist das denn passiert? So, ich laufe da jetzt aber einfach durch, weil ich habe sau viel gekämpft davor. Ich habe den Part nämlich aufgenommen und habe unheimlich viel gekämpft. Und deswegen, ich glaube, ich bin jetzt mit den Level ein bisschen höher als das letzte Mal oder ein bisschen weiter. Aber es ist auch nicht so schlimm. Hab den Part auch gelöscht. Schwachsinn, den nochmal hochzuladen. Ich will nicht mit dir spielen. Alter. Lass mich doch mal in Ruhe. dauert halt ewig von einem Ort zum anderen. Ach, warte mal. So geht es natürlich schneller. Ich vergesse es immer wieder, dass man das machen kann.
Something on your mind?
Huh?
You haven't been yourself since we spoke to Zhao.
Yeah.
I heard you followed the bad guys into the hunting grounds.
Well, it was an eventful manhunt, but we made it back in one piece.
I'm so sorry you all got dragged into this. What a horrible coincidence.
Isla, you can drop the act.
What do you mean? I really was worried about you. Why would I lie about that?
Jude, what are you saying?
I'm saying it was no coincidence we met Isla. Remember what those locals told us when the bell rang for the finals? At tournament time, any outsiders are either combatants or spectators.
Right. I recall what she said when she came to help us.
You folks don't look like you're from around here. What brings you to town?
No one here would need to ask that. Not a... You were ordered to make contact with us by Exodus.
Isla, that's not true, is it?
They said you'd never find out. They promised. But I had no choice in the matter.
They blackmailed you, didn't they? They know your secret.
Your former occupation.
They asked, wouldn't it be a shame if Jürgen found out? What happened to the girl breaks my heart. But I had no choice back then either. Please don't tell Jürgen.
He doesn't know.
How could I tell him? He's a good man.
But it's all in the past, isn't it? Your fiancé should know these things.
You're a woman. How can you not understand this? I'm damaged goods. If he found out about my past, he'd leave me. I finally found happiness with Jürgen. For once in my my life. Please. Don't tell him. Please.
I doubt I'll ever understand human love. It has so many rules and conditions. What should we do, Elise? You decide.
Me? Why do I have to?
This woman's actions affected you far more than us.
There's nothing I can do to make it up to you. But please, forgive me.
I just don't care anymore. Elise is all alone now, no matter what you do. We better try to find Jurgen. We need to talk to him about the wyverns.
What's wrong, kid?
Isla said there was nothing she could do to make it up to Elise. But did she actually try? Is there really nothing she can do?
Isla is the only one who can answer that question.
Oh Mann. Diese Frau, gell? Also... Mir tut Elise richtig leid. Alvins Bekanntschaft.
Maybe I should pay a quick visit.
Oh mein Gott. Autsch.
A visit to where?
Oh, did you overhear that? It's nothing. Just an acquaintance who lives here is all.
Okay. Riskantes Glücksspiel.
Sounds like they allow wagering at the Shandu Coliseum. Want to give it a shot?
Leia really loves to gamble.
Count me out.
That's surprising. You seem like the type who would enjoy that sort of thing.
Gambling's a big thing in my hometown. I've seen it go wrong time and time again.
Oh, come on! We'd just be doing it for fun.
The folks who lose their shirts all start out saying that. It's the first rule of betting. If you're just goofing around, don't gamble. If you want to gamble, don't goof around.
So, in other words,
Only gamble when you're willing to stake everything.
Exactly.
Little dramatic, don't you think?
If you really want to play, I'm not going to stop you. Just some friendly advice.
Alvin sure got serious all of a sudden.
maybe we should take his advice.
Yeah, let's skip the gambling.
Ist vielleicht doch ganz gut so. Ich vermute mal, dass ich Jürgen bei den Weibern finde. Zumindest hoffe ich das stark. Oder auch nicht. Vielleicht, ich glaube, auf der anderen Seite, da ist auch noch eine Möglichkeit reinzugehen. Perfekt.
Who's this?
My mother. She's not doing too well. I don't have a father or any siblings, so I have Violet look after her when I'm not around.
Well, hello.
Hi.
It's nice to see you, Balin. Slipped out of your house to come play, did you? What a shame that Alfred isn't here to play with you now. Where did that boy go off to?
What is she talking about?
Leticia, Alfred's away at boarding school, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right. That poor boy must be crying his eyes out. He's so shy, and he always gets so lonely.
Don't worry. He sent a letter saying he's fine.
Oh, yes. And that he'll come home for his next break. I promised we'd take a trip on the big boat when he does.
I know. Alfred said he can't wait to go.
You know what he said in his letter? He said he hoped that I wasn't crying. Isn't that funny? He's such a kind, thoughtful boy.
Being away from our hometown has been tough on her. And my dad dying didn't help. All she talked about was how she wanted to go back home to the house we all lived in. Maybe she's happier now that she's forgotten all about that life.
Oh.
You've been doing all this for your mother?
Yep. All these dirty jobs, it was all for Mommy. Touching tale, isn't it?
Alvin, you don't have to be like this.
Spare me your sympathy. It's all rotten in the end. It's enough to drive me crazy myself.
Excuse me.
Got something to say?
Listen. You know that I was an orphan too, right? If I hadn't gotten involved in that line of work, I never would have survived my childhood.
In other words, don't say anything to Jürgen.
Also, I don't want to look after Leticia anymore. And I want you to tell Exodus to leave me alone.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Only Exodus can make the medicine my mother needs. And you're the only doctor shady enough to prescribe it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go straight.
Sorry. But I think it's a fair price for keeping my mouth shut.
How could you? All I want is to live happily with Jürgen.
And you can. As long as he doesn't find out about your past. All done.
But she's crying.
Yeah, she's a big old crybaby.
We're just gonna leave her like that?
If you're so worried, go console her. Comfort the poor, tragic princess.
Wow. Das ist ja hart. So. Was will die jetzt von uns nochmal?
Mom,
Ah, okay. Nochmal was.
Oh no. I dozed. I have to make a peach pie before Alfred gets back from boarding school. That boy just loves it, you know. Every time I'm...
is that right?
Of course, he's always been such a sensitive boy. Honestly, it makes me worry for his future. Thinking about it gives me an upset stomach.
Sounds like he takes after you.
Oh, and he told me in his last letter that he started keeping kitty cats as pets. I believe he said their names were Jude and Milla. That poor boy. He must be so lonely. But cats are a big responsibility.
Don't worry. I hear he's taking good care of them.
Oh, good. It's hard not being able to see him, but what can you do? This was Alfred's decision, after all. As long as he's well, that's all that matters. I mean that.
Yes, I know.
Wie krank. Das ist schon brutal. Vorstellungen in
Remember that
Jiandu.
beautiful woman I saw you speaking to in Shandu?
Carla? What about her?
How odd that you never bothered to introduce me.
Do you want to meet her?
What's this? There's someone you want me to meet. Oh my. Well, I suppose it would be rude to refuse.
Ein Hotel für die Nacht.
Are you okay? We should stop and rest.
No, I'm fine.
You shouldn't push yourself.
Okay, ich weiß gar nicht, vielleicht ist er doch... Wartet der im Gasthaus oder so. Ich finde den schon, so groß ist der Ort hier ja auch nicht gerade. Ich finde die Schuhe sehen ein bisschen seltsam aus bei Jude.
No sign of Jürgen.
I hope Elise is okay.
Something has been troubling me about these booster devices. Do you remember the experiment Noctigal was conducting at Fort Gondola? Might that have been a test of the booster's capabilities?
You're suggesting Rashugal already has booster technology as well.
That would be a logical conclusion.
That's not good. Even kids like Elise are strong if they have boosters.
If both countries were to wage war with booster-equipped soldiers, it would be a catastrophe unlike any the world has ever seen.
Would they really risk having such a destructive war?
Noctigal might. He seems convinced that he could actually win.
Especially since he has the Lance of Kresnik.
Oh, here you are. Isla told me you were back in town. I'm so relieved to find you safe.
Thanks.
Are the wyverns you promised us ready to ride yet? Yes, but there's a hitch. Now that we're on the brink of war, we can't fly the wyverns without royal permission. For that, I'll need to head to the capital, Canbelar.
Hey, maybe we should warn the King of Rashugal how ugly things will get if war breaks out.
The king does seem pretty popular. Do you think maybe he'd fight alongside us?
Whoa, hold on. This is a war we're talking about here, not a tavern brawl.
I'd like a face-to-face chat with the king myself, but for a different reason. I want to ask him for the truth behind the laboratory. It's crucial that we meet the king of Rashugal. We'll head for Kambala right away.
Okay. I'll get my things together.
What does Milla mean by the truth behind the laboratory?
Apparently, Elise wasn't the only kid they kept at that place. Lots of other children were brought there too.
Did Zhao tell you that?
If the king truly wishes to protect his people, he'll give me the answer I seek. If he gives me the wrong answer, I'll remind him of his duty. I'll make him swear to never resort to such methods again, by any means necessary.
Good idea. Let's go pick the king's brain. Oh, I just remembered. All our luggage is back at the inn.
Let us go fetch it.
I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Alvin. You did well back there. I knew I could trust you to protect Elise for us.
Well, I was prepared to honor my promise. Keep the faith, O hallowed spirit.
Never a dull moment with that guy.
Soon enough, I'll have to prepare myself too.
Huh?
I am strong enough to destroy the lance of Kresnik as I am now, without the Force power.
Wait, you sure it's a good idea to destroy it with the 4 great spirits still trapped inside?
They would likely not survive. They would lose their forms and disintegrate.
But I thought the four great spirits couldn't die.
Eventually, new great spirits will appear to take their place. But they will be a different four, with different wills.
So that means the four great spirits that you know, the ones that were always with you, they would just disappear?
A spirit's personality and memories are unimportant. What matters is the spirit's existence itself. Still, I doubt the four will forgive me for this.
You really care about all spirits, don't you? Not just the great four, but the lesser spirits too.
Not just spirits. Humans as well. To me, all lives, human and spirit, are equal and precious.
Let's head for Canbalar.
Okay. Ich werde jetzt hier aber einen Cut setzen. Ich nehme direkt danach einen Part noch auf. Von daher passt das schon. Gut. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns dann das nächste Mal wieder. Macht's gut. Tschüssi.